Nice. We have 4 players, but only 2 hero sprites. So we've got Silver Harp, some gold, and a magic key. Now 8 MP could be a spell, but nope, just radiant this time. And strength and agility aren't what you like to see, but better than nothing. Ryguy poking up a little north sees a cave there, and Eternal Newbie is going to be the first one to get there, and I think that is the grave. So Eternal Newbie is going to see what he can dig out of here, but Metal Scorpion is pretty tough at level 1. So Stones of Sunlight are in the grave, as well as a torch, and I missed that first item that was in there. So jkoper having a lot better luck, and Eternal Newbie makes it through there as well. So it's an herb, it's Stones of Sunlight. So we got Silver Harp and Stones of Sunlight all ready to go. And right now, just after digging out those top 3 chests of the grave, everybody else doing a little bit of exploration, but it looks like a little bit of big swamp mode unofficially here, and runners are just going to have to look for some slimes in that forest surrounding the grave. Also joined by Farhan on comms. How you doing today? And here we've got Z-Man as well, so nice full booth.
Well, I was going to keep the seat warm for Z-Man, but apparently my presence is... all I need is mere seconds, and all of a sudden there he is.
Just made it in the nick of time.
Yeah, so right on time, just a quick recap. The grave is very near the castle with the Stones of Sunlight. The Silver Harp was in the throne room, and there is a lot of swamp, and nobody's made it past level 1 yet.
That does seem like a bit of a sluggish start. Have we seen any of the chests in the grave yet?
Yeah, the Stones of Sunlight, a torch, and an herb were in the grave, and I think maybe getting a couple of those herbs out to make the fights faster might be a good strategy here. I think Ryguy does... Ryguy did a pretty good job to kill that ghost off, but he's going after another herb, and yeah, just to the right of the castle, nothing but swamp.
So this definitely strikes me as a seed that, the first kill is definitely going to be something extraordinarily important. Get some HP, maybe get some strength to keep up killing things. It looks like Newbie might actually have a Drakey here.
Yeah, and with the agility being at 12, this is a pretty solid fight to take. So it looks like Eternal Newbie's going to be the first to get to level 2. See what he gets.
Oof. 0, 0, 14, 4, and spells.
Oh, and credit to jkoper, he makes it across the swamp and finds a town.
Well, bamboo pole is absolutely better than nothing.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was, taking a look at that menu, just maybe going for a reset or something. But he's gonna pick up the bamboo pole and the dragon scale, and like you said, better than nothing. It's certainly gonna help go from 1 to 2.
Looks like we have Ryguy getting to level 2, getting the spells of Sleep, Radiant, and Stop spell. Sleep is actually going to be really handy here. Might be able to assist taking down enemies like this ghost that Newbie is trying to take out here.
And the Wolf Lord saying nay to jkoper, gonna send him and his brand new bamboo pole back to the castle. So yeah, Ghosts with Hurt and Stop spell, making it pretty rough to get from 1 to 2. But Bamboo Pole is doing work for jkoper, and burning that herb did some work for Ryguy. So looking pretty good for level 3 soon.
Newbie sticking a Stop spell on a ghost that should help him outlast this ghost.
It seems to be casting those spells a lot. And in proper form, as soon as I say that, the ghost attacks. Absolutely.
That's the way it always works, but he certainly looked like at least a 50% cast rate, so... And that is a lot in the spell department there. And finally some healing to get you across the swamp.
Some healing and a nice little chunk of HP again. So we should be able to get everybody past the swamp once they're at level 3.
Yeah, Eternal Newbie with $46 in his pocket is just going to go for it. But after he gets topped off again, he'll have no problem getting a Garanham. Larry hitting the stop spell on the Magidrake key, but of course now he's just going in full punching mode. And looks like the Harp Cave was right next to Garanham as well, so Ryguy's going to cash that in and get his Staff of Rain.
So real quickly, under 10 minutes in, we have our first character that is, our first runner, I should say, that is, essentially one item from being able to get the rainbow drop. All Ryguy needs is the token. Now, granted, we've got a lot of seed ahead of us, but it's kind of nice to have that little knowledge in your back pocket.
So just some low-level grinding here. Larry getting a stop spell on a ghost. jkoper fighting a magician, putting him to sleep. And Of note, there's chainmail, broadsword, and a flame sword in town as well. So some pretty good stuff for an early gold grind if that were to pop up.
Eternal Newbie also picking up a whacking stick for his journey.
Unfortunately, not able to use that whacking stick on the trolley NPC.
It's like, did you ever get stuck in line behind somebody that's just having a casual conversation with the person working? It's just like that's what happened to Eternal Newbie right there.
jkoper busting out the sleep strats to try to take out this magician. Eternal Newbie finding his Staff of Rain.
And Ryguy is going to quietly hit level 4, gets another 3 power, 13 hit points, and a new spell.
So 6 of the 10 spells already learned by level 4.
And of course, the 3 that we don't, well, 2 of the 3 we don't, heal more and hurt more.
I think our runners would even take hurt right about now. It's been a little bit of a slog getting these levels, and well, you really can't spend too much time in Zone 1, considering it's completely coated in swamp.
Yeah, but that said, I haven't, other than a Magidraki, I haven't really seen any, mid-game enemies that even Hurt could work on. It's either been, the Zone 0 stuff, the ghosts, the magicians, or the golem.
Yeah, I think I've seen like 1 scorpion, and that was it.
Of course, I say that, a wyvern shows up on Eternal Newbies.
And it's a wyvern that casts Hurt, so if this is a 75% chance, well, that's a lot of defense to poke through.
I'm not sure their strength plus a whacking stick will, pierce the hide of a wyvern.
Yep, not even able to touch that with a 10-foot bamboo pole.
And of course, here comes the werewolf, and nice heads up play to cast Sleep, but the wizard's just gonna ambush Eternal Newbie and put an end to that exploration.
jkoper making his way up to level 4.
And Larry making his way to Garenham, and he's gonna poke around in the desert. So this is pretty new territory, and that's not what you want to see.
Alright, so now it's just a race to level 5 here. It looks like Ryguy is well on his way. Does have the experience lead here. Not that it means much, but he might be the first to level 5.
Yeah, Ryguy just straight up committing to these fights here, and looks like it's going to pay off pretty soon. I think he's got level 5 right now.
Not that it says much. 1, 0, 5, and 1 for the stats.
Zero stat. I love it.
So, looking at our stats that our wonderful tracker has brought up, the strength stats for this seed are just terrible.
13 strength at level 5.
Yeah, and no access to money to mitigate this at all. Everybody's walking around with bamboo poles. It feels pretty terrible. Yeah, Ryguy being 30 gold short of a copper sword, and I wonder if he's just... Can he sell stuff or just grind that up in time?
I think he sold... Oh, here's a scorpion. This will be a nice kill if Ryguy can get it, as long as the scorpion isn't a complete jerk.
Might want to use a sleep spell, though.
Yeah, I think he might just be throwing heals out for this fight, but I like the idea of the sleep spell. A little bit more efficient, resource-wise.
Larry finds a scorpion as well, and Coper's trying to take out a metal scorpion.
Getting them down one at a time, and Coper's going to give up on that. Ryguy, though, I think he really wants the money from the scorpion.
Larry does, in fact, get the scorpion, and so does Ryguy now. One more of those, and he'll be able to get that copper sword and might be able to take him out a little bit more easily.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, this is one of the things... I think he might have had a torch, and he could have sold it for 4. But it's just unfortunate. As soon as you have even the most money, the game knows. So back to the grind for Ryguy. He's gonna take this to level 6, it looks like, and I don't know, just the kind of funny when like a 20 experience lead looks pretty monstrous in the early game, but that's where we're...
I'm a little surprised Ryguy didn't try sleep strats on that wolf he just came across. That wolf would have been some nice experience in gold this early, especially given everything that we have, if he could have killed him.
Oh, that would have been a very long battle, though.
Yeah, Magidrake's definitely more in his wheelhouse, but I might have been tempted to try it until I punched him for 1 a couple times.
Ooh, Larry getting a Drakima.
Drakima that had coffee this morning.
I'm doing some calculations. At this point, with the 16 attack power, the wolf, it would have been a 0 to 1 range. I don't know if you're winning 33 coin flips with the way the wolf is hitting at this point at level 5.
Well, hey, you just need to, Ooh, metal slime for Larry.
Oh, this is huge.
Got him.
Got him. Hi there, level 6.
And just like that, the game flipped on its head. We'll see what this spell is that he just got. And no complaints about repel, but that is a nice boost, and he is not far away from level 7 either.
So is that everything but hurt more, hurt, and heal more?
Looks like it.
I believe so.
Ryguy back to being within shouting distance of the copper sword, and killing the scorpion will get Ryguy a copper sword.
So far, 20 minutes in, this is one of those seeds that's forcing our runners to think outside the box. Because the swamp is boxing them in.
And Larry, just trudging back and forth in the swamp, seems to have found a nice zone for scorpions, so certainly no complaint there, and he's going to get level 7 right now.
Oh, finally some power. That power boost, if Larry can stick a sleep on this wyvern, should be enough to allow Larry to peck away at this wyvern.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long fight, but it's not a bad option when you haven't seen much of anything. And Ryguy, also peeking around in the desert, finds that metal slime.
Ooh, gets it with an excellent move. And comes across another town.
Yeah, and with that strength bump, now the wolf is within punching range, and he's going to be happy to get that 40 experience.
Alright, so let's see what... Oh, or not. Oh, no.
Of course, right?
The fun police doing its job. Chat, let me see those fun police. Spam, please.
And Larry has taken out the wyvern.
And, after the scorpion, that's copper sword money for Larry, so... Ryguy finds a druid, not too bad early on. And jkoper finds a poltergeist hanging out in the upper left corner of that forest there. So that looks like a zone transition as well.
Oh, but it has heal more.
Oh no! Well, back to the drawing board.
And the baby breath.
And, Larry is gonna chisel away at another wyvern here.
Yeah, he decided to use his money in Garenham for the inn. We'll certainly get more than enough for, I believe, a copper sword and another stay at the inn here, taking down this wyvern. Ryguy taking down a druid.
And jkoper putting the metal scorpion to sleep and is just gonna poke away here, 1 damage at a time. Oh, there's green dragons running around in the desert too. This is a cruel assortment of monsters here.
Green dragons also with baby breath. That's fantastic.
And Larry continuing the grind. Gonna punch the scorpion in the face. Looks like he just wants to get to that level 8 threshold as fast as he can.
Our wonderful tracker bringing up the stats again. For level 7, our HP and NPR is actually really nice. Strength and agility? Not so much.
Yeah, Larry debating whether he wants offense or defense, and I think if he hangs around in the zone long enough, he's going to be able to get that chainmail as well. But hey, at least there were budget items in Garenham. Been a lot of times when you couldn't have even gotten a whacking stick here. And Ryguy getting chased by dragons outside of another town.
And I think we found a blue dragon in this desert earlier. This is the dragon desert here. Oh, Keytown, Rimmildar.
This is a real big swing if there's something good in the treasury. Erdrick's sword could put Ryguy right in the driver's seat.
And Larry now with the copper sword and the sleep spell, able to chip away at wolf lords for 52 at a time. Nice 6 to 12 attack range there.
Now, as long as Ryguy saves before doing the treasury, even if there's gold in the treasury, with the Grave of Garenham so close, and Ryguy now with 81 HP, you could set up a really early gold grind, at least to get to a flame sword and the chainmail that's in Garenham.
Yeah, it might take a little while, but it's totally worth it. And the Wraith has Dragon Lord 2 breath, so that's where all the strong attacks went.
So Larry is now, quote-unquote, armed to the teeth. He has a copper sword and a chainmail.
And level 8 as well, and just getting blocked at the end. But yeah, if he hangs around this area, he can definitely rake in some cash here.
Two gold chests. And Ryguy does immediately reset. Is he going to set up for a gold grind here?
I think that's what you have to do. Just smacking enemies this early with a flame sword is just... you're going to get a lot of mileage out of it, especially the way the seed has been going.
Yeah, agreed. I think, as long as you remember to do it, it's something you absolutely have to do. He's going to check the back of Garenham.
Yeah, with only one key, this isn't a bad play either. Could render the gold grind moot if it turns out there's just an Erdrick sword hanging out back here, or a couple gold chests.
Well, there is some more gold there. Let's see if he takes that money and goes straight back to Rimmildar to buy more keys.
Well, he finds a swamp cave, so that's some good information to have too. He also finds a blue dragon, and that is not good to know.
Larry finding Rimmildar.
Yeah, Larry coming in from the north, doing a little bit of a perimeter trace when exploring the map, and he's got enough money for a couple keys. So in a little bit better shape with the gold in the treasury, he can just top off the keys altogether and see what's in the basement.
Exactly. Koper going back into Garenham. Looks like he is going to pick up a chainmail.
Nice pickup for Koper. That is really efficient as far as money to defense goes. Ryguy gonna get rolled by a Magiweaver, and Larry getting rolled by a Droll Magi. So lots of people going back to start.
So Larry picking up his gold supply as well as his death necklace, and is going to fill up on keys in the back of Tantagel and see what we have underneath the castle.
Yeah, and with the HP being the way it is, Death Necklace could be pretty pivotal.
Now, once our runners actually find Erdrick's armor, this might be a seed where you would consider popping on the Death Necklace even just to grind, given how close Garenham is to Tantagel.
More cash in the basement.
So you could actually set up a gold grind in Tantagel, because that's the 8th treasure chest in Tantagel Castle. You could go to the throne room, quote-unquote, collect the 3 in the throne room, go down to the, collect the treasury, and then hit the basement to gold grind in the basement, if you do it in the right order.
I think that would be 8 total chests, and you need 9,
The 9.
I believe.
I thought it was 8 on the 8th you got the gold grind. And then I thought it was 7, and then the 8th you got the gold.
Yeah, because I think otherwise you could do the gold grind with Mountain Cave or Grave and Garenham.
Oh, good point. Okay. So I'm off by 1. Larry checking out Rimeldar can purchase a small shield.
And half-plate, too. But the hand axe seems to be a little bit more attractive for him, and he's going to go for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, not going to set up for that flame sword gold grind though, and I think there's a lot of levels between 8 and 16. Oh, there it is! Wow.
That is huge right there for Larry. Erdrick's sword in Rimeldar. Wow.
Yeah, and it might take Ryguy a while to get back there.
So very quietly, if you take a look at Newbie's gold count, if he can make his way to Rimeldar and pick up, what is that? That probably gives him 4 keys. With 4 keys, there's no way I don't check that Rimeldar chest first.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you never know if there's gold in there too. You can just top the keys off altogether. But Larry gets rolled by this green dragon here. But he's got Erdrick's sword. He's got to feel pretty good about his chances of exploring here on out. jkoper quietly making it to level 8 though, so staying competitive with the experience, and keys are probably in his future shortly too.
Yeah, he's taking the very patient approach here by, leveling and not overextending himself. And frankly, in this seed, that's a very good approach because, as soon as you wander into this dragon desert here, you're really standing a chance of getting thumped.
Eternal Newbie and Angry Larry repeatedly high-fiving each other as they go after mid-game enemies here.
Ooh, jkoper running from a red dragon.
And there is a key for jkoper, so that will get him started. And let's see, Larry and Newbie still bonking scorpions and wyverns, but things going a little bit better for Larry as it looks like clearly he wants to go for level 10.
Meanwhile, Ryguy is doing a gold grind. I wonder where he's going to stop with this.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a silver shield anywhere, so...
Koper uses his key to check out the back of Garenham, which does have more gold that he can go use to buy more keys if he so desires.
And it looks like Ryguy stopped at 25,000. I don't know if that's perhaps enough for the flame sword and the silver shield? Maybe a chainmail for good measure?
I don't know. 25 seems random. I haven't seen a silver shield unless I missed it. Because the best things that I've seen to buy are the flame sword, the half plate, and the small shield.
Oh, jkoper makes it away from a blue dragon, so a couple of nice runs right on time in the Rimmler Desert, and he's going to get his sword soon, as long as this green dragon plays nice.
And Koper healing just to be safe.
Alright, Eternal Newbie makes it to level 8. Larry making it to level 9. And is going to take a peek in the basement here. So, will he be the first to make it to the other side of Swamp? Probably not with Armored Knights in here.
Ooh, and they have sleep. Ugh.
Oh, this is going to be a very rude Sherlock.
Oh, there's the flame sword on Ryguy's side. And there's the chainmail. And perhaps hoping for a silver shield, but not seeing one there.
And there's the Erdrick sword for jkoper, so very interesting, the lead swings going on in about the past 10 minutes or so.
Looks like Angry Larry gonna try to dive the swamp cave again.
And dueling red dragons on the top half of the screen, and this isn't gonna end well for anybody.
So in a couple of minutes, Ryguy is going to half regret picking up that flame sword. I only say half regret because, well, frankly, if I have to pay $9,800 to find an Erdrick sword within 2 minutes of buying the flame sword, I do that every time.
Yeah, he's gonna be more upset that he didn't keep his receipt, though.
And Angry Larry finally gets away from that armored knight.
Yeah, giving him the business and just gonna heal back up. Wonder what his stop spell resistance is.
Right, we get spit up onto the other continent and a town right away, and we have the town of...
Breckenary!
Oh, look. Breckenary.
Oh, wait, let's see what the shop has. Yeah, it's Breckenary.
I mean,
Well,
it doesn't.
I had high hopes.
It doesn't even have a large. It doesn't even have a large shield.
How funny would that be if there's just no silver or large shield this game?
But Larry does pick up a half plate armor, which is not really. That's all.
This is the least exciting continent I've ever seen.
It's like an island. Just kind of hanging out there. Nothing connected to anything. Just Breckenary and a cave. That's it.
Alright, so Larry is just gonna death warp off Prince Edward Island here.
And somehow in my brain plays the Islands in the Stream song by, I believe that was Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton.
That's correct. Number 1 hit in 1983. Yes, I went into DJ mode for a second there.
Perfectly allowed. I actually remember this playing on the radio in my mother's car often.
I would remember, but I was toddling at the time.
Oh, that is a fairly large spark over bridge on Ryguy's side, but yeah, just some more exploration all around from everyone, and this is going to be a very, very large continent.
So, did Ryguy check the Rimildar chest? Gonna have to wait to see his status screen a little later. And Newbie makes his way into Rimildar with plenty of gold to top off his key supply. I would imagine he's going to find Erdrick's sword relatively quickly as well.
Yeah, so Forerunners all trying different strategies to just escape this swamp, and I think all 4 of them just found their ticket out. As long as this Demon Knight plays nice. I'm always terrified of taking that step back out of Rimildar for that reason.
Yeah, same here. Because especially in this, where pretty much everything in that desert right there is instant death. Newbie picking up his small shield, but he's going to get the real big prize in a second.
And level 9 for level 8 for Ryguy. Nope, 9. My bad. And jkoper not too far away from 9 as well, just deliberately knocking off these wyverns in the desert here.
So, even though that metal slime kill really boosted Larry at the beginning, I mean, now AngryLarry's experience lead is basically nil. As, you know, Ryguy is only just a couple behind, and Koper not far behind that. And Newbie's not really far behind either, so we're really even right now.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of an exploration lead, but everyone has pulled, the pack has tightened quite a bit, so we'll see what folks find here. But I think that southern desert that has killed everyone that has tried to explore, I think that might be the next place to go.
And Ryguy does finally check Rimildar and picks up his Erdrick sword.
Oh, geez, wolves have hurt more, too. Yikes. And Ryguy gets taken out. I believe he was just steps away from Rimildar by a green dragon.
Jeez, that little area right there is just so terrible. Yeah, Koper's going to pick up his half plate from Murmuldar.
It's terrible until it's time to grind, and then blue dragons, green dragons, and red dragons, as long as you have heal more, you're in real good shape. You're right next to a town.
Well, but that's when all the frickin' metal slimes come out and run, or the demon knights come out.
Yeah, that's the way it always works.
Yep.
Because I do believe those are the other two monsters in this particular little group, is the metal slime and the demon.
Put the death necklace on ahead of time just so you could farm metal slimes.
It might actually be viable in this seed. You never know.
We have seen stranger strategies, that's for sure. Eternal Newbie finding the red dragon, the fun police. Making another arrest.
Larry may not be so lucky. So I hope everybody likes s'mores, because I think that's what we're making in this seed a lot of, is s'mores.
S'mores.
Not sure how I feel about cod s'mores. But just like that, jkoper is in the experience lead right now. Looks like just going after these wyverns and scorpions in the desert until level 10.
Can't blame him one bit for this strategy. I mean, it's once you get out into the wild, it's a jungle out there, man. It's just so terrible.
But no,
Yeah.
Given where they're at, this is a very ideal spot. The wyverns, the wolf lords, getting 50 experience here, 64 there, and just like that, here's level 10, and wow, look at that power gain. And
16.
the agility.
Yeah, 9. This is certainly going to make me a lot more comfortable, but it's like jkoper's going to go for 11.
AngryLarry finding the mountain cave, but exits out of it real quick because I think he kind of got wrecked in there a little bit and said, you know what, I'm going to do a little more exploring.
Well, as long as the token is in a chest, this is a good move. I don't recall seeing too many cursed belts yet.
No, I haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, I think Ryguy found Mountain Cave and just noped out as well, probably for the same reason.
And I can't blame them for doing this, because right now, for what they know, the likelihood is the token is on an overworld spot. You certainly have better shot at an overworld spot than you do in the mountain cave right at this point.
Can you imagine if it ended up on that island?
I would love to see that. As yeah, I would hate it as a runner, but as a viewer, that's kind of the dream of this season. And Ryguy making his way out of the Valley of Death.
You had mentioned cursed belts. They've been pretty absent from what I've seen. We haven't seen them in any of the chests as of yet here. There were none in the seed earlier tonight here on on Randomania. Both the flute and the token were in treasure chests. We'll see if that trend continues here. As Newbie goes to level 9.
Axe Knights have baby breath. That's fun. And so do golems. Oh, great. It seems like everything in this seed has baby breath or hurt. It's ridiculous.
Oof. And after traveling a long way to get there, this Axe Knight just blocks Larry to death. So time to tread that path again. Meanwhile, jkoper is just going ham on these wyverns over here.
Newbie picking up his half-plate armor. Ryguy getting the massive level 10.
Yeah, that's going to help his exploration quite a bit. But Hurtmore at level 11 could tilt this pretty heavily in jkoper's favor, I think. Or even heal more.
Because Koper is starting to build a rather significant experience lead here. He's got 500 on Ryguy. And Larry still... Is this gonna... Nope, Larry still at level 10. So, yeah, jkoper is starting to pull away with the experience lead.
Yeah, 5, 7, 10, and 1. Not a bad level stat-wise, but no new abilities. So, just going to stop off in Garenham, and maybe this is the time he decides to go exploring.
Ryguy is starting to get experience in chunks as he's able to take out a wizard here and there, a star wyvern or magic wyvern here and there.
Yeah, that bump at Tenton, very pivotal. Just a lot of those monsters, like the Axe Knights and the Green Dragons and the Wizards, just felt a little out of reach with the stats at 9, but at 10, no problem.
Now, Ryguy finding what I'm assuming to be the tablet cave, and it's like, nope, don't need you.
We'll happily take that experience from the wizard, though, and it's been very interesting watching the lead kind of pinball back and forth between all the runners now.
Larry getting his wonderful jump up to level 10.
Ooh, Eternal Newbie puts a green dragon to sleep, so he's going to be able to get some work here.
Meanwhile, Koper stumbling onto Breckenary Island.
It's like Fantasy Island, except everything is cheap.
Ooh, and Koper, with all that grinding, has enough gold to purchase a full plate armor, which is a nice little upgrade over the half plate he currently was wearing previously.
Yeah,
the plate, boss, the plate.
Green Dragon sending Ryguy back to start after doing so much exploration. Koper wandering around, and I'm sure muttering to himself, wait, that's it? Really?
So, almost an hour into this game, and still no leads on where the any of the overworld locations are. So, this has been certainly a very difficult map to explore.
Yeah, it's really been not only just the monsters on the overworld, but this map itself looks interesting in its design.
Oh, Larry finds another cave up in the upper left.
I think that's the token cave, the tablet cave, I think. Yeah, that's the cave Ryguy found, so that's going to be the tablet cave, I'm pretty sure.
Watch that ends up being where Erdrick's token is. The way the seed is gone, I would not be shocked by it.
Oh, Eternal Newbie gets away from a blue dragon at 1 HP. The dream.
Talk about clutch. You know, I know that Tablet Cave takes a little bit to explore, but given that there's no monsters in it, I am a little surprised that neither Ryguy nor Larry have taken a look at it.
Oh, Larry's going to take a look at this hole.
Vanilla Fairy Flute, anyone?
No. Whole lot of strawberry nothing.
So that means that the token could very well be in a cave. Oh, but we do have a silver shield find.
Oh, but do you want to carry money that far away? That seems like you're asking for trouble.
Heck no.
Reminded of the Far Side cartoon with the artist painting "I'm carrying cash" on somebody's back.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be able to carry that much through Mugger's Desert in the middle here.
Oh,
and Newbie goes in and just goes right back out and goes back in again to the Tablet Cave.
And jkoper's going to dig out a mountain cave, so who knows? Maybe there's a fighter's ring in here.
Ooh, Larry taking the information he knows, and it looks like he's going to dig out the last two chests of the grave.
I was close as the fairy flute. Oh, but there's the token in the mountain cave.
That's huge for Koper. Now that really does give Koper a distinct advantage, because I don't think that we're going to see Ryguy or Larry head back there for a bit yet. Ooh, and the fighter's ring here in the mountain cave as well.
Yeah, and I think that's an advantage that Koper's going to have over everyone else. I don't see a lot of people digging past the token once they find it.
Yeah, in fact, I'm not even sure why Koper's digging anymore. Because he has the death necklace, he has the fighter's ring, he has the token and the stones and the harp. What else could he be looking for?
Might just be looking for death here. He's gonna pick a fight with a stone man.
Could be.
Grind, maybe?
Yeah, gold grind is possible. Has he seen the silver magic armor or silver shield anywhere?
I don't think we've seen a magic armor period yet. And Koper is going to gold grind. An Eternal Newbie finds Brecconary Island. I believe he's the last of our runners to find this wonderful heavenly place. My thoughts exactly.
Lots of beachfront property available.
Actually, no beachfront property available, but a bunch of mountain vistas, it looks like.
And the Northern Everglades up top with those little 5 swamp tiles.
Some lovely mountain vistas of scenic Lake Erie. Maybe that's Grand Island.
I believe they call it Grand Island because it costs $1,000 to buy the damn thing.
It costs $1,000 in tolls to drive over it.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. New York State's last opportunity to get money out of you before you go to the good side of the falls up in Niagara Falls, Ontario.
Yeah, for real. And jkoper is now going to turn in the harp. I think he held on to that just thinking, well, maybe if the monsters are consistently awful, just play the harp and see what you get. But doesn't really need it anymore.
So now he has to go find the Rainbow Drop Cave, which we know is just north of Cole, I believe, which is where Ryguy is right now.
Yeah, so even though Koper's a little behind exploration-wise, it's going to be a lot more efficient for him because he can do that turn-in as soon as he finds it, whereas everybody else is very likely going to have to come back.
Ooh, Ryguy finding one of our missing towns, and I think that's just north of the Rainbow Drop Cave. And I think Larry got bodied by something up there that he never got to this.
And it's the shopping mall.
So we'll know that if the old man here has coordinates, we know that will be the coordinates of Erdrick's armor.
And Larry is gonna attempt to brave the Mugger Desert.
Given how far he's grinding, he must have seen a magic armor in Cole with the silver shield. Oh, that's going to be an interesting count. 15 north and 49 east.
Pretty much on the other side of Mugger's Desert.
Yeah, and it's not going to be too far from, it's going to be a little further east of where Koper is right now.
The way AngryLarry's walking, he might have just tripped over.
So Ryguy is going to continue on. He's still looking for Hawksness because he now believes that Hawksness could still hold an item, even though we know it doesn't. Could still.
Still might be useful information to know, grind-wise. It's always nice to find an Axe Knight there.
It would be if they had hurt more. But given how absolutely out of the way Hawksness is going to wind up being, Larry is venturing into the tablet cave where he's going to find his fairy.
Just a quick reprieve from monsters, and then back through some more swamp.
And Koper, it looks like, is just about to stumble into the tablet cave as well. But Larry does make it into Cole with his gold intact. And it looks like he is going to pick up... Yep, magic arm.
Yeah, he may very well be the only person that finishes the seed with the silver shield. Oh, jkoper's gonna try, but this dragon might have something to say about it.
Indeed it does. And Ryguy more or less completing our... Oh, wait, no. It's not... The map isn't complete. We haven't seen Sherlock.
Nope. So that's another kind of nasty wrinkle on the seed, is that you're going to take a long, long walk to get to the final fight. And if the stats are borderline, this could be really interesting to see what people do.
Oh, and we have a blue dragon in the trigger spot here.
Could have been a lot worse for Ryguy, so he'll actually be able to take a look at the spot with 1 health left. And find nothing.
And Ryguy thinking to himself, oh great, it's going to be in a cave, it's going to be in a cave, oh god. At least he knows where the caves are, he just has to find them again. Larry's gotten his coordinates. So Ryguy casting Return right out of Hawksness. I mean, we never saw Sherlock, and it pretty much sort of has to be over that way, doesn't it?
I think so. It's just, it seems to be kind of a twisty linear path, through Cole and Cam.
Well, maybe Sherlock's over on the second Oh, wait, never mind.
So goes the count for Ryguy. It's going to be in Death's Desert.
And there it is. Brilliantly counted.
Very nicely counted by Ryguy. So it is just north of the Desert of Dragons.
And it's certainly going to make fighting these dragons a lot easier.
Larry finding Hawk's Nest, but the blue dragon pretty much laughs at him and said, "No, you're not getting this. No."
That armor isn't as magic as you think it is.
You're not getting this. You're not getting all of this nothing that I have. Not that he knows that, of course.
So I think Larry just started walking and remembered, oh yeah, coordinates. Now he's counting.
Yeah, it is very interesting to see, like, everybody has a piece, one or two pieces of the puzzle, but they don't have it all quite yet. And nobody knows where Charlock is, so this is still has the potential for a lot of upsets here. Eternal Newbie's going to find the Jerk Cave, and then shortly after, Camlin.
Ryguy is going to be the next to hit all 3 key items here, as he's going to find the token in this mountain cave, maybe. If this armored knight, plays nice.
Ha, that's a big if.
And Koper getting sent back to the start, so even at level 12 and 121 HP, there's still the potential for death around every corner.
So as you predicted a little earlier ago, Edge, Ryguy just finds the token and nope, I'm done. Even though the token is just one more floor, the fighter's ring is one more floor.
Yeah, and that fighter's ring, it's only 2 attack power, but when you can slide an average by a couple of points, it makes a big difference in the Dragon Lord fight. And that may be, depending on how the stats roll, that may be a very big edge for jkoper.
Ryguy making it to level 13. Nice power gain again. AngryLarry picking up his Erdrick's armor and is now armored to the teeth. He's got the sword, he's got the armor, and he has the silver shield.
And now Ryguy has the rainbow drop to go with his nice token.
Newbie doing his count.
Larry's squaring off against a pretty feisty metal slime. I think this is round 10 here. And he takes one step into the mountain cave and just casts Return. So this might be a long time before Larry goes back to that cave.
Oh, he forgot to pick up the staff.
Oof, that'll do it.
Yep, so he was thinking if even a token's in there, he's halfway to the Rainbow Drop Cave now. I mean, does he go back right then or does he go back later? So it doesn't really matter at that point.
Yeah, that's a heads up play, but yeah, feels bad missing out on that. And Eternal Newbie doing the count and just off by 1, but finds the armor. So slowly coming together for everyone here.
So now Newbie knows that the token has. So let's see where he beelines to next. Because I believe Newbie has also seen everything that there is to be seen except for Hawksness. Oh, he hasn't seen Hawksness or Sherlock. Koper approaching Cantlin for the first time. And if you look, Ryguy is very quickly closing the experience gap on jkoper.
And jkoper's going to pick up that large shield, and that may be what he goes in with for Sherlock, if they ever find it.
Certainly better than the small shield, that's for sure. Larry getting to level 12 and finally picks up the hurt spell, but still no heal more, still no hurt more.
Well, of course, because they had 6 out of the 10 spells by level 4, so the important ones that they need, of course, are going to be on the back end. The game knows.
I gave you 6 spells. What more do you want from me?
How about the good ones?
Evidently, beggars can be choosers.
So Ryguy stopping in what appears to be the last chance in here in Cantlin.
The old Ritz Cantlin.
And as long as this Armor Knight plays nice, Newbie should be able to pick up his token relatively quick.
Oh no, this is that was a 2-turn sleep. It was shaping up to be a little longer, and no luck on the stop spell. jkoper gonna get his coordinates now, and wonder if he does a little bit more exploration. Looks like he's gonna stick around the Cantlin area, maybe to see where Sherlock ends up.
Could be. Although Ryguy is still on the hunt for it, and that's Hawksness that he's just passing now.
Yeah, and Larry's going to take another run at this blue dragon, probably come up with some creative curses afterwards.
Like the bell to the death necklace?
Maybe some 4-letter curses.
Well, that'd be too easy.
We have finally seen Sherlock.
Wow, that is a long, long way away.
Ryguy uses the rainbow drop, and I'm assuming is now going off to look for a place to grind.
Yeah, blue dragon's not too bad. Dragon Desert, not too bad either.
Oh, wow. So it's southwest of Hawksness, which is already way out of the way.
Yeah, this is kind of a crazy map.
Yeah, while it's pretty linear, it's kind of crazy how far you have to go in its linearity. It's rather ridiculous.
This is one of those that I would love to have McGrew just map out so we could take a look at all of its splendor, including the tiny island.
You know, I would love for one of our runners to pick up the GPS and see what the coordinates of Sherlock are in relation to Tantagel, because it can't be that far away.
Larry finds Charlock as well, but no rainbow drop. Still got to go dig out the mountain cave, but I think he's got a pretty good idea, and probably could just look for a grind spot on the way to doing all of this.
Yeah, if I'm Ryguy right now, I'm looking at that dragon desert and licking my chops. Be like, all right, this is where I'm grinding, right here. It's right by a town. Dragons everywhere. This is where I pick. Oh, he's going to go check the trap tile in the swamp cave. That's a good play.
Oh, there's blue dragons down here, too.
Oh, ain't that special.
Could be worse. The seed earlier, both the swamp and Hawkson's tiles have the red dragon.
Oof.
No, red dragons, depending on what they have, can be great grind spots.
Yeah, I suppose there's a pretty big difference between sleep and stop spell in that instance. Oh no! I think it might be the golem. This is going to be a very, very slow grind.
Well, but Baby's Breath is a lot better than the golem attacking.
That is true, and if he uses that 75% of the time, but like that hurts. That is going to leave a mark. That one too.
jkoper getting to level 14 and still no sign of heal more or hurt more. Ryguy right behind him.
Alright, well there's 255 for Larry, and a million heals later.
And Coper is about ready to take on the blue dragon here in Hawksness. Ryguy sees the golem and is like, nope.
Yeah, and one shot's a demon knight, so not too bad to run into those here either. Why even cast Repel? All the enemies are good to kill.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, can Repel keep a metal slime?
That's a good question. It works on defense, doesn't it?
I thought it worked on strength.
I gotta look this up again.
No.
Yes, it works on strength. So it would repel a metal slime.
Right, so yeah, don't cast Repel and just fight everything in this region.
Yeah,
Alright, guy taking down a red dragon.
Yeah, that is a nice chunk of experience too, and didn't take very long. But kind of one of those things easier said for us because Ryguy may not know all of the monsters in the zone.
That's true. But it is looking like he is grinding in this desert, which, you know, we said earlier that could be really fruitful, and it looks like it is.
Yeah, the strength seems to be, I mean, not quite enough to get you down to the Dragon Lord, but definitely good enough to get a bunch of levels here. And its adjacency to a town makes it pretty ideal. I don't mind the Blue Dragon grind that jkoper's doing right now, but it's so far away from Camlin.
Yeah. Really, I think what this seed is going to come down to is MP, because Tantagel is so far from Charlock, and Charlock is so far from any town in general, that you're going to probably have to waste a heal more or two just getting to Charlock, never mind in Charlock.
I think there's enough towns sprinkled along the way. What would scare me is if this turns out to be sort of a Death Necklace required seed and you fail one of your dives, because doing that on low HP is going to feel awful.
Very good point.
And nobody wants to go to Grand Island to get uncursed anyway.
Read my mind.
Wait, doesn't Grand Island curse you?
I mean, you think they would be able to take care of the reverse direction. But...
Yeah, I think right about now we're going to see Ryguy really gain an experience lead here.
Yeah, it's interesting. In a lot of cases, I strongly favor, like a tile grind versus an overworld grind, or say the lobby of Charlock. But this is just seems like uniquely really good group of enemies to fight here.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And we do have level 15 pickup already for Ryguy. No strength. And what do we have? We have heal more, finally.
But I don't think the stats are quite there yet.
I'm not even sure it's appreciably close.
Yeah, Healmore's going to let him survive this Red Dragon fight, though, so right on time.
So,
Yeah, not so great strength, not so great agility.
If Charlock were closer, you could make an argument that you could go on 15 with the Death Necklace.
I think Ryguy would need the Silver Shield to even make that realistic. And,
yeah, because it's 69. Won't the Dragon Lord physical for over 50?
Yeah, I'm thinking like 53 range, but I don't know the math exact.
Fortunately, I have that right here. With 69 defense, Dragon Lord 2 would hit for a range of 26 to 52. I knew this handy-dandy chart that I drew up a little while ago would come in handy.
Yeah, and the other problem with using the Death Necklace is you can kiss all the double attacks that you can get goodbye, too.
Very true. Well, not that you would be getting much with the Dragon Lord having that kind of attack power. Anyways, well, you'd get some at 132. But... So jkoper doing his count, and it'll be interesting to see where jkoper then goes to grind, because we do have a distinct difference in grinding strategies here. Larry is grinding on the golem, and Ryguy is grinding on these random encounters.
Yeah, the fairy flute just takes way too long. If this was, five notes in 1 second from speed hacks, then I think the golem would be a pretty good grind. But he just hits too hard, and he's not throwing out fire breath fast enough.
jkoper missed the count a little bit.
He's combing the forest and not finding anything.
You're a little too far west there, Coper.
And meanwhile, Ryguy just sticking to this grind, quietly making it to almost 9,000 experience right now.
Yeah, he is definitely really putting up some good experience. He is pulling away from Larry.
And yeah, unfortunately, jkoper's going to have to try the count over again.
So 2 more golems here, and Larry will get the Heal More spell.
Yeah, and he's also caught up to jkoper in experience as well. So
Yeah, but jkoper hasn't been fighting really anything while he's doing this count.
yeah, it takes out this blue dragon, so a little bit of a lead back and forth. So it's going to be interesting to see if Larry decides to stick around in this spot or and where jkoper decides to go grind.
And I think Newbie is still looking for the token, I think.
Yeah, I think he did the same thing that everyone else did, just kind of saw Mountain Cave and just it looks like our tracker says he's got the token, so
Oh, there we go. All right, we have level 16 for... this is interesting. Oh, Ryguy does have a large shield. We missed that pickup.
so yeah, that's a nice bump. And hey, how much more comfortable would you feel if you had the not the death necklace, but the fighter's ring for that? Larry at attack power 130 right now.
Well, our tracker says Ryguy actually does have the fighter's ring.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like Ryguy does not feel comfortable at level 16 and is definitely going up to level 17.
Yeah, without knowing what's in Sharlock, I can understand the hesitation. I feel like if this was short Sharlock, yeah, I'd give it a shot here, but you're always worried about running into a clown car full of red dragons in the Sharlock basement.
Yeah, or in this seed, what might actually be the more dangerous would be the Armored Knights, given that they have the ability to sleep you.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of them in a while, but they were tormenting our runners pretty early in the cave zone.
It's because they're laying in wait in Sharlock.
It's a stakeout.
Medium rare steak, I hope?
Charbroiled stakeout.
Uh-oh. That's a problem.
Maybe it's Jim's Stakeout. It's one of my favorite hoagie places near my house.
Jim's was so great when you were drunk and hungover.
It was perfect. Yeah, open at 2, get me a chicken finger sub. Perfect.
Yeah, rather perfect right there. And of course, it was right off the block where all the bars were.
It's all about location.
I just ate not too long ago, and y'all are making me hungry again.
It's the Grand Buffalo tradition, isn't it?
Exactly. Although for drunk food, nothing can beat the garbage plate from Rochester.
Oh, that is a thing of beauty.
See,
go ahead.
I was going to say, and here I thought the gyms you were talking about, I'm thinking of the one near my neck of the woods in Philadelphia on South and 4th Street, which that's the place that you go when you're drunk and need something to fill up on. The good old cheesesteaks from...
Another place we're talking about, it's back in Buffalo. It's a hoagie shop that is really kind of known for its chicken finger sub and its buffalo finger sub. And it's fantastic drunk food.
It certainly sounds it.
Although then you have the garbage plate, which, if you don't know what a garbage plate is, definitely go Google that, because it has so many options. It's kind of crazy, and it's all drunk food.
That being said, Randomania networks encourage you to drink responsibly.
And if you have to drink, make sure you eat enough greasy foods that you can recover. So all of our runners here are basically either on or searching for their grind spot. We have level 17 pickup here for, oh wow, go.
Go time.
Yeah, the third base coach is waving you in right now. Just run for it.
Yeah, that level, kind of ridiculous in its strength and its agility.
And I see that in chat, Amazing Toaster. No, that would not be the case. If it were, you'd be... You know what? I'm not going to mention any names.
Oh, and welcome to our raiders from Randomania 2, just as I post a link to the garbage plate. We are in yet another Week 3 Dragon Warrior Randomizer League race. And this has been an interesting seed, to say the least.
Oh boy, Larry gets lit up by a... I think that was a rogue scorpion, and he's cursed, so get out of my sight. So he threw the death necklace on as part of the grind.
Oh, high spirits, yet another native Buffalonian.
Yeah, dinosaur barbecue is pretty great too. Try to get it.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm trying to introduce my girlfriend to all the food traditions. Got a bottle of dinosaur barbecue sent up. Had some weck rolls brought up too.
Bison chip dip. You gotta make sure you get that.
Oh, that's a good one too. That's really good. And then I've got a bottle of Loganberry syrup on the shelf too.
Ooh, that's always a good thing to have. I have some Salem hot dogs in the freezer right now. But anyways, as you can kind of see on Ryguy's side, there was quite the travel from Charlock, or from Tantagel to Charlock. This map is ridiculously long, and in the middle of the map was what we called Dragon Desert, where all three types of dragons resided, as well as a demon knight and metal slimes, and they had to pass through this Dragon Desert in order to access the rest of the seed. Needless to say, it wrecked our runners for a good 45 minutes.
Not to mention, prior to that, you had a whole bunch of swamp where the castle had started in.
Yeah, Ryguy very prepared for this dive. Even has a torch so he can save a couple of MP to stop spell armor knights on the way down.
So, but really what our runners will be looking for is the magical level 17, which contains everything you need to beat the Dragon Lord. It's going to be interesting to see if Ryguy even puts on the Death Necklace or not. I don't think it'll really matter. Probably not, just for the double attacks, because I don't think his HP is at the level where he will get a lot of double attacks with the Death Necklace on. AngryLarry picking up his rainbow drop. And jkoper looks like he's going to do a grind in Charlock, or is he going straight down to level 15?
I think he might be fighting his way down. If he feels like he's a little bit behind, then really, who wouldn't with a seed like this? The MP is good. All you need is a bump in another stat. And so they'll get to see what 16 has after this red dragon, and maybe change his mind from here.
And our wonderful tracker bringing up the stats here. You can look for yourself the difference between Larry at 16 and Ryguy at 17, and jkoper at 16. The difference is stark.
Yeah, and I think Larry definitely has a shot at it. With the silver shield, he's got a nice leg up in defense power, but yeah, it's just 17 it's a slam dunk.
Up to no good, they do definitely have the Death Necklace. So really, the only thing stopping Ryguy here is a golem.
Now, of note, as you look at those stats, AngryLarry already has put on the Death Necklace.
Yeah, Larry... Oh, go ahead.
I was just giving an explanation. For those unfamiliar, what the Death Necklace does here in Dragon Warrior Randomizer is, along with cursing you, as you saw it kicked out AngryLarry out of the castle, when you put it on, it gives you an additional 10 attack power, but at the cost of 25% of your maximum hit points.
Oh boy, this red dragon gets the jump on Larry, and this is not a situation you want to be in, but he gets a...
Dragon Lord 1 not being very kind to Ryguy. And Ryguy makes it into the Dragon Lord 2 fight with 112 MP.
112 MP, and there's just a casual 18 damage to the face. This is looking pretty solid for Ryguy.
Yeah, this is going to be a rather free fight here.
So yeah, 3 dives in progress. Ryguy very solidly ahead. And, miss menus, but hits repel, so he gets another shot at it.
Yeah, right now a miss menu is the only thing that can beat Ryguy.
Right, missing it on the pro side. And that's a nice double as well. jkoper on the bottom floor, but kind of low on health, and those golems and the 75 defense power certainly not giving me a fuzzy feeling about this.
Larry being treated unkindly by a golem. Oh, and there we go for Ryguy.
Yeah, plenty of MP left over. Just the stats at 17. No, absolutely a safe run. And he finishes in first place with a SRL time of 1:47.32.
Good job to Ryguy. Right now we have a battle going on here for second place between AngryLarry and jkoper. Koper fighting the golem mini-boss.
And another golem immediately behind. And we'll try to get Ryguy in for an interview. We'll see if Discord decides to play nice tonight.
Koper putting on the death necklace. And let's see how his fight goes here with the Dragon Lord.
And right now he's just gonna continue. Excuse me while I eat these herbs here. Yeah, Dragon Lord, DL1 giving him the business, and he goes into the next phase of the fight at 45. There's a back attack. This could be trouble.
No back attack, so Koper escapes that one.
Yeah, it's scary. 45. Maybe if I've been swinging low, but I would be very hard pressed to make that attack call at the first swing.
And Koper's also got to be careful where he swings, because I believe at 75 defense power, I believe the Dragon Lord will do 49 damage max. Farhan, you got the chart there.
Yep, 51. Anywhere from 25 to 51 in a melee attack.
He swings at 48 and gets fire breath for 46, so lives to fight another day.
Attacks at 45. Oh,
yeah, that's gonna do it. Yeah, it's just the fire breath and that low roll on the heal more. I think just set him too far behind. I don't mind taking the gamble there, but always feels bad when it happens.
And with that chime, I do believe we have Ryguy joining us in Discord. Great job, Ryguy. Nicely done.
Perhaps another victim of push to talk. In the meantime, Larry finds the golem and is just gonna punch his way to the next level. and that's gonna to make it very safe for him. The extra strength means he's not gonna need a whole lot of MP for that fight.
Yeah, he doesn't know it right now, but this is an excellent play by Larry. This one level will basically make this a free fight for him. Casual 121 damage to a golem, but nice little excellent move there.
Yeah, back-to-back crits, and Larry just making short work of these guys. He's an expert after fighting all of those in the Swamp Cave. And we're joined by a ryguy again. Can you hear us now? Yeah, there's that power of 14, and yeah, Larry's just gonna eat all these herbs and run right into the Dragon Lord here.
And Newbie looks like he's making a Charlock dive.
Yeah, might be fighting his way down as well. And yeah, Larry hitting for 48 without the death necklace. It's just feels pretty good. Also, I think that was a damage break on him. Dragon Lord swinging and only dealing 3.
Gotta love that. And casual 20 on the first hit, so this is already going very well for Edge. Alright, Larry. Yeah. Yeah, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah, there's a 22, so attack power of 151. Just there's a lot of crushing going on here. And yeah, unfortunately, weren't able to get ryguy in for an interview. Discord gonna be Discord, but GG to him anyway on an excellent performance.
Yeah, really well done by ryguy. That grind in that desert pretty much put him over the top and was really smart play.
We're gonna give it another try. Can you hear us now, ryguy?
Did I find the party?
Yeah!
Yes, you did.
Oh man, look at that.
And
that's even more impressive than winning.
Yeah, GG to Larry for bumping off the Dragon Lord. He's gonna finish in pretty short order here.
Did he try my repel strats?
Which repel strats are those?
Oh, you missed those? I missed several heartbeats after I did that.
Oh, the
bad in the fight, yeah.
Oh,
jeez, yeah. I'm so glad the game doesn't let you do that.
Yeah, that was interesting, because you were like, well, at least I think it was Edge that had mentioned, at least he missed on the north side of Healmore.
I was very, very cautious about Hurtmore, but I wasn't paying attention to Repel.
So, nicely played. I think that, as I had mentioned just right as you were coming in, the one strat that really put you up over the top was your grind strat right outside of Rimuldar there, in the what we had termed the Dragon Desert.
Oh yeah, I called it, the Desert of Death out there. It turned out to be very nice.
Yeah, just everything in that zone was amazing. Like, the worst you had was a metal slime. So, no complaints there.
Yeah, just crit a metal slime whenever you need it. It's good. Makes the grind go faster. But yeah, like the grind tiles were terrible. Hawksness was way too far away from anything, and I wasn't going to go to that golem, so it seemed like a good place to set.
Indeed. So, what were your general thoughts of this seed? Seemed a little rough on you guys, especially at first.
Yeah, at the beginning, it was just explore north and find a blue dragon, explore west, find a blue dragon, explore swamp cave, find a blue dragon. I didn't feel like I was making very much. Then I got really sad when I gold grinded for the flame sword and found Erdrick's sword like 12 seconds later, so that was unfortunate. Felt like a kind of rough start.
Yeah, there's little that's frustrating, more frustrating than purchasing the flame sword and then finding Erdrick's sword a few seconds later, or purchasing the magic armor and oh look, there's Erdrick's armor. Just something like that. It's just, oh man, all that grinding I did for almost nothing.
Yeah, at least it was fast. I also was upset at myself for not checking the weapon shop in Rimmelder. I ended up gold grinding extra for a silver shield in case it was there. And I think my consolation prize was a dingy little piece of half plate or something, which wasn't worth the time either, so.
Yeah, the swamp in the beginning forced you into some pretty uncomfortable decisions as well. I noticed a lot of people fighting early game enemies to like level 5 or 6.
Yeah, the first couple levels were pretty empty. I thought I might be behind too because I didn't find the Great Drakeys for a little bit until level 2. And I was starting to farm herbs out of Garen's grave just to kill their ghosts. I think Drakey's probably went in faster, but that was an interesting start for sure.
Yeah, they didn't like showing up a lot. I think Eternal Newbie was the only one that found 2 of them to get to level 2. It was just yeah, they were pretty shy. So the herb strat seemed to pay off pretty well. We also saw jkoper farm herbs just to get to Garenham early, but unfortunately the best thing most people could find was the bamboo pole.
I did think about the bamboo pole a couple times before I finally had enough money for that copper sword, which felt like getting Erdrick's sword at that.
So yeah, did you feel like it was possible to go at 7 or at 16, or were you just thinking, no way I'm gonna make it through Charlotte?
My big problem, I think 16 was possible, but my big problem was that Charlock was so far away that any sort of failed dive puts you back a ton of time. So I wanted to, the grind was going pretty fast out in Rimmelder, and I just, let's get the extra 2,000 and see what we can get, and not waste a whole bunch of time trudging all the way out to Charlock and back.
Oh gosh, jkoper makes it down to the he made it all the way down to the golem, but the golem just punched him for 238s and a 40, and he goes down and he has to do that walk again.
Ooh, really? They had baby breath, right? I don't think they were very attack friendly at all. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it was just rough luck on his part, and I think he had already burnt a heal more on the way down, or a couple heal mores on the way down, so he really couldn't afford to heal up anymore.
Oh, is he on 16 still?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coper's on 16 and is giving no thought to going to 17.
That was what I was a little scared of, was I would get caught in that loop of trying to get down to Charlock and having to walk back over and over.
It looks like by comparison, Larry, who finished in second, went with grinding the golem in the swamp cave, and then went at 16 and saw that he was a little more than halfway to 17 and just decided to use the spike tile down in the last basement of Sherlock and took on the remainder of the golems from there to get to 17, and then it was a free fight.
Free as long as you didn't cast Repel.
Well,
Hey.
Repel wasn't the problem. It's the hurt more that would have been the problem.
I'm still recovering from that.
hey, even with that repel cast, you still won the race, so thankfully.
It's just some RNG manip. It was all planned.
Yeah, that was it.
So Newbie looks like he's going to get level 16 on the dive and be happy and try at 16, it looks like.
I didn't get a chance to see what his MP total currently is, but he's at 87, so he's got 10 heal mores. Defense power, maybe not where he wants it to be. I think that was another kind of unheralded thing about level 17, is Larry being the only one that finished with the silver shield. That extra defense power made Dragonlord attacks a lot less scary.
Larry got the silver? Did he grind it and walk all the way out there for it?
Yeah, he did.
Dang.
Yeah, we were worried whether he'd make it through Mugger's Desert or not, but it turns out they left him alone.
Oh, and it looks like Eternal Newbie picked up the silver shield too while we weren't looking. Just went into his stat menu, so that's going to help him out a lot.
Oh yeah, that'll help him out big.
Yeah, and I think that's like with the level 16 stats right now. That is a very, very big difference in whether or not you get doubles and survive with the death necklace on.
Actually, Newbie's on a strength agility build. He can't put the death necklace.
Oh, he's only got 121, but he's got to go for doubles, and well, with 121 HP and 88 defense,
well, I don't know.
But this is gonna be close. He's gonna need to get a lot of doubles. And he's walking up HP right now. Is he out of well, he can cast a couple more heals.
I surprisingly lost my count halfway through that fight. Does the Dragonlord have a lot of HP or no?
Oh, he put the death necklace on.
Wow.
What is his attack power here?
Well, now it's going to be 137.
But yeah, what's his max HP? 98.
Maybe it is strength HP.
Yeah, that would make sense. If we the stats over there indicating that he would have a max of 90 right now, and ends with 96, so kind of nice.
So I just double checked, and it is indeed strength HP. EN.
Okay, so everyone running with the same build this time around, and yeah, it seems like the Dragonlord being a lot kinder to each.
Newbie getting some good rolls here. Question is going to be, are they good enough? Now, I do believe Dragonlord did roll lower HP than typical, I think.
Yeah. Oh, going on 48 here and survives. You got a low heal more roll.
This is going to be close.
Yeah, another good heal more roll, so making it a little fast. And there we see the stats for DL2, 157 HP.
Last heal more.
Yeah, this is it. This 1-2 punch has got to close it out.
Oh, last attack gets it.
Wow, exactly what he needed. And jkoper makes it down at 16 with a lot more in the MP department, so he should be in pretty good shape here. Just going to throw those wings out of his inventory and roll into third place here. So get out your GGs for Eternal Newbie, finishing with a SRL time of 2:07:39.
So, Ryguy, after 3 weeks here in the Dragon Warrior League, you're sitting at 11 points. How does that make you feel?
That seems like a lot. I'm pretty okay with that. Pretty happy just being double digits by the end of the thing, honestly.
And Lord of the Synth in chat commenting there will be a post-league race for anyone interested. jkoper fighting the Dragonlord right now and having a lot better of a time of it. And if you happen to be interested in giving this crazy game a try yourself, feel free to join the Discord and download the randomizer at the link their Android so helpfully posted there.
That Randroid is so helpful.
Yeah, and things going much better for jkoper, finishing that fight with quite a lot of heal mores in tow, and he'll be finishing pretty quickly here. And we'll see if we can get Eternal Newbie in for an interview as well. And jkoper is finished with a time of 2:09:52. And we're joined here by Eternal Newbie right now. GG.
GG, thank you very much.
And that seed was quite a bit of a slog there from the beginning down.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So I noticed you picked up the silver shield at the end. Did that help in your decision to go at 16 versus going for another level?
Yeah, it really did. I knew that my agility was pretty low from the beginning. Yeah, 63 agility, I was really worried, but the silver shield, I thought if I could make it down there, hopefully the monsters on the lower levels of Charlock wouldn't be that bad. And it turned out they weren't, luckily. But I figured if I could make it down there with all of my resources intact, then I had a pretty good shot.
Yeah, and you got DL2 on the last swing there for 15. So pretty
Yeah.
solid. But a nail biter. But it seemed
Yeah.
like, yeah, I think
I was really worried about the beginning of the fight, getting all those 10s and the lower rolls, but I made it.
And we're also joined by jkoper, GGDU as well.
Thanks, I think.
Yeah.
GG.
So I'm pretty happy with my decision making, and I don't feel like I made a whole lot of mistakes. And the game was just brutally unkind in the end.
Yeah, that can be just one of those rando being rando things.
Yeah, especially that golem fight there toward the end. He was blowing fire so often that we were shocked when he did those 3 straight attacks. We couldn't believe
it. The last one was basically for max damage when he needed to hit me for max damage to kill me. So, yeah, that was fun. I also appreciate not being able to run from a wizard 6 times in a row. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the first Dragon Lord fight, my humor rolls were terrible, and it really wasn't helping when I was on a thin margin. I don't know if I'm not sure what my attack power was. I thought that I needed most of my humors, I was going to need around 10 of them. But then, the last fight, I had, 33 MP left? I don't know if I just got super lucky then, or if I just misjudged that badly, what my attack power was.
You had 33 MP left?
Yeah, on the very last one. It was just the game kicking me in the face one more time because, everyone else is finished. Let's give you an absolutely free fight here. So, yeah.
Yeah, mine came down to the last hit.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if I was one more level. I was 16. Were you 16?
I was 16, yeah.
Yep, mine definitely did not come down to the last hit. I put on the death necklace.
And then Rye and Larry both went at 17, and the level from 16 to 17 was ridiculous. I think it was 20 strength and 17 agility, something like that. So by the time they got there at 17, it was a completely free fight for those two.
Yeah, that little more agility would have helped for sure. But, that obviously wouldn't have helped me beat Ryguy at all because he was ahead of me when he got to the Dragon Lord. So...
Yeah, I was still grinding whenever he finished.
I don't know. I know there was a time when I thought, should I stop and grind a level? It wouldn't have been that hard to grind one on the golems, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that that mid game grind where you hung around the wyverns in the hills. Or in the desert helped out a lot too, but
I thought that was really good. I cast repel, so I was just fighting wyverns and wolf lords, and they were perfect. I think that was about as good as you could hope for, considering no hurt more, things like that. And if you tried to go anywhere else, there were dragons everywhere else killing you. So, I was really pleased. I don't know, if they were ahead, which parts of the races they got further ahead. Specifically Ryguy, I guess, since he was the one who was definitely ahead of me.
Yeah, Ryguy took off on his grind. It was just the dragons in the desert outside of Ramaldar. It was those metal slimes and demon knights in that area, and it was just a really nice assortment of enemies to fight.
Okay, well, yeah, when I I killed one metal slime, which was pretty big mid game, but then I was in no shape to go back over there because whenever I went over there were dragons and they weren't quite like easily killable, I guess. So I don't know. Ryguy is pretty good though, so good game by him. All right, thanks for the restream commentary and everything, guys.
Yeah, no worries. Any final thoughts before we wrap things up here?
I'm good.
All right. How about you, Eternal Newbie?
Yeah, I think I'm good too. I just I was just a little upset whenever I found Rimmeldar after 45 minutes of trying to grind on those wyverns and wolf lords, and it just wasn't working.
Yeah, certainly an exhausting kind of seed for sure. Just kind of a struggle to get through, I think, level 12. Ryguy, if you're here, any final thoughts?
Just GG's to Koper, Newbie, and Larry. That was I felt like a seed of attrition. That was one that just was rough to get through. Getting through it feels like an accomplishment. So good job to everyone just for making it through that mess.
GG.
I do think it's kind of funny that our standard seeds have been meaner to us than the chaos seeds from last week. I don't think I was expecting that.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
That is a really good point there.
Like, what was it last week? The highest chaos time was just over 2 hours, and now if we finish in 2 hours, we're all celebrating and happy. This is, I don't know, something's flipped here.
Right, I think we're about ready to close things out here. Ferran, you got any final thoughts?
No, I think that we've pretty much all declared that this was a seed with a high sodium count, and it's better to move on from it here and look toward brighter things coming up, including tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern here on the Randomania Networks. We've got a special Valentine edition, as it's going to be Group 1 here in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer League. And it certainly should be a goodie with High Spirits, Tilo, Scorpion Max, and Amazing Toaster. Those are the top 4 finishers over the course of the first 2 weeks. So that certainly should be a goodie, and that'll be here among the Randomania Networks in just a little over 21 hours from now.
All right. Hey, Z-Man, you want to take us home?
Absolutely. So the last thing we want to do is we want to make sure we thank everybody here. We want to thank Tyrannex for tracking and I believe restreaming as well. And of course, for my co-commentators, Edgeworth and Ferran Burgundy, I'm Z-Man. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night.